Hi guys, it's me, Andrea. I will show you today. It's a work for Crafters Companion, and I'm using this 3D embossing folders. As you can see, they're incredible. I use a really heavy watercolor paper. It makes such a deep embossing. It's incredible. So my idea was to put that on a canvas board here, and I glue this watercolor paper down with my gel medium. And you really need a good gel medium to do that. It's heavy watercolor paper, and then you have this embossed areas on it, so you need a good gel to glue that down. Okay, I start here, and I had an initial idea. I wanted to do an antique thing, and with a bit of crackle, and yeah, you will see. It didn't work the way I wanted it, so I changed the whole thing a bit. But that's what you see is basically it. I will go on with this style, of course. I will change it a bit, but I will go on. Okay, I'm not covering the whole board. I leave a bit in the middle free, and this is a good coat of gesso. And then I start with PVA glue, and I have all the free areas there in the middle I cover with the glue, and this white glue, school glue, whatever you have, or to make some crackles. It does work, absolutely. That's not the question, but it didn't came out the way I wanted it. So here I cover it with the PVA glue, and then I go over while the glue is still wet, of course, and put some paint on top. I work here with my turquoise, and after that I put some of my burnt sienna on top, because I think, to me, I said that very often already, that is something, to me, turquoise and burnt sienna, that's antique. That's absolutely fantastic. I love this combination when it goes, or when it's about vintage stuff, antique stuff. So it's absolutely dry now, and you can see the cracks are so big, and I only wanted to have smaller cracks, and that's the problem with the glue. It's not really to control properly, not like cracker paste. So I try to work some green into that. I'm not having that much white, but yeah. So this is the other folder I'm using. That's the English Rose Gold. It has this open area in the middle, and what I want to do is I put this as a focal point into the middle, and we'll put a vintage photo on top, on this non-embossed area you can see there. And I cut it to size here first, left a bit too, the piece of paper was a bit too large, so okay. And what I do first is I will try to cover up this most of the areas, but it doesn't work. So what I do is I put more of my first embossing folder on top. That's actually the Regency swirls, and try to, yeah, cover that up, but it doesn't work. So that's why I put gesso on everything on top afterwards. Glue this 3 pieces down first. So now a good coat of gesso will fix it. That's always my, yeah, yeah. It's my little rescue recipe, what I always go to. And then I'm working with what I really like. Work very distressy. Put the turquoise here completely on top. Cover everything. Not very precise, because I know I will use my baby wipe, and to get this distressy look, blend it out, get this distressy look, and then on top of that I use my brush with a bit of the burnt sienna and go lightly over the surface with it. You know, all this embossed areas and the crevices, they will catch it and it will stay on some areas. I really like that. And at the end, I use my fingers to go around the edge. I work it a bit into the picture at the edges, at the corners, to get an even more distress and antique look. So in this photo I wanted to put into the middle, but for that I need to know how to cut it, that it fits in, and that's why I put it here into the folder. And you will see, I know I can see exactly where I have to cut it out. I think that's quite a good idea. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, so cut out now, and it fits exactly in there. Yeah, I'm thinking of keeping that, doing something with it. It's perfectly embossed. So to make it even more look vintage and antique, I go around the edges here with my archival ink and use a cloth for that. So, and again, this is watercolor paper, very heavy one, and I use the aqua marker here to go in and start with a very light beige sort of, and I will get darker and darker, and I definitely will stay in the crevices and blend it out a bit, but not on the, I don't want to put something on this raised areas here. So for the edges, I really wet it properly with water with my brush and then go over with a marker. So the watercolor medium here will get soaked into this edge. That always gives this, it gives another distressed look, you know, it's not that neat, and that's what I was after. So I'm using some Gilding Wax here, that's Pebeo, and work here on the raised areas, put it on, and when that's dry, I let it to dry a moment. You don't need to let it dry a lot. I go over with a cloth and buff it, that it gets a nice shine. You will see that much nicer in the close-up. So, and I tried actually to leave the edge white where the photo goes on, and that there is a little frame around, as you can see here. Okay, so I want to have that area here, or that middle piece, that dimensional. That's why I use my 3D foam tape here. That goes into the middle. But while I was trying out how it looks, I thought the background needs a bit more burnt sienna, and that's why I go in here again with the acrylic paint, use my fingers and go over the raised areas here and let them pick up whatever needed. Much happier with that, with this one. Yeah, that looks so much nicer. So a few drops of glue here to make sure that it really stays put. That's almost it. I put a little word on it. I die cut that out, and that's remember, and that's it. Wasn't sure where to put it down here. Remove it again. I have some sticky stuff on the reverse, you know. I ran it through the die, or through the machine, with some sticky backup paper, so no, it's not good there. I think it stays there best, yeah. Stick it down, and that's it. So this was my little project here. I hope you like it. The close-up is coming now, and if so, please leave me a thumbs up and even a comment if you like to. I really would be happy about that. And yeah, thank you a lot for watching, guys, and I hope I will see you soon with my next project. Have a fantastic time, guys. Bye bye.